let's start our Scrum. Thank you, Mas Dani, for recording this meeting. Okay, I invite you to press F for filter, and let's check Aldo's label. And to Aldo, please give us the update.
Okay, thank you, Mas Rizal, Secretary, for the time. I will open from the initiative C, MC 7.0, the general strategy by networking. So my updates here, I already finished creating the walkthrough journal about contacting the journalists. It's on the paper there. If you guys want to read it, you can open that paper. And also, I will delegate to Kezia on writing the article of parachute island in Bali, and I will have the breakout meeting today at slot 1. The internet result will Kezia will know about the writing method. That's the update from MC 7.0, continuing to MD 5.0, interview session hospital experience person. So my updates here, we have a meeting tonight at 7 p.m. with Powell. And also, I will use the presentation deck that I already created instead of using mockup. And also, I'm inviting Mas Bayu, Mas Rizal, and Jing to the discussion. But if anyone would like to join, please kindly ping me on this activity card or just ping me on Slack. And yeah, I think that's all from my updates.
Okay, to Aldo, this is for this card MD 5.0. This is a discussion with about try to get a feedback from the professional networking.
Yeah, it's about the gathering feedback about the product that we are creating.
Okay. Okay, thank you, Aldo. And I invite you to uncheck Aldo list, Aldo label, and move to Diba's label. But I don't see Diba is present, but I will read the update from the initiative A from MA point 1.3. The update is yesterday. Diba, Gani, and Rizal already have a discussion, and for Diba's update is will create a theme template based on brand book, and then update bigger interactive mockup on manage my property. I believe this is maybe need Aldo for the interactive mockup, and then modify the future template and also delete unused plugins. And for Mas Gani is redirect headline 1, headline 2, and headline 3, and modify page margin and also add in page CTA. And from my update is on our testimony gathering, maybe I will need Mas Rian and also Andre, and then magnet form to every sign up button, and then complete our partners page message template, and also providing a graphic for CTA, and start layouting our partner page. And I believe the next discussion will be on Monday, 22nd of June. And next to initiative B, virtual 360 tour. I believe Diba is delegating to Aldo. Is there any update for this?
I don't have any updates from this. I'm waiting to maybe get the new property that need to be created, the 360 virtual tour. And yeah, so I already have breakout meeting with Diba regarding the creating the 360.
Okay. Okay, noted Aldo. Thank you. And next to initiative C from MC.5.0. Wait, the update is yesterday. Diba is working on social media guideline stage, and It's also mentioned Mas Gani to collab with her about provide social media guide for print book. And next to initiative D, it's from MD 2.1. The update is wait. Next target users to set up meeting with Atlas accountant, but there is no update any new update from there. Okay, I think that's from the Dibas label, and next to Mas Gani label, and Mas Gani, please, the floor is yours.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Chair. I will start to giving the update from Initiative B. The card is MB 3.1 about monthly rate promo on Facebook. Okay, so the update is I'm prefer this initiative from card MB 3.0 because I want to this card is focus on monthly rate promo or crop listing only. And the second is since we already decide the audience of each channel, I moved the CSE campaign running on Instagram only because the goal of CSE campaign is podcast, not for a property owner like on Facebook. And third is yesterday I already create and post group listing campaign of Villa SK9 on Facebook, Facebook group on Bali Langsung Villa Rental, Bali Canggu Housing, Bali Seminyak and Canggu Housing, Canggu Community Housing, and Bali Seminyak Area Property and Accommodation. And today I will create and post for this list. And the latest update for PCR so far, but we got 14 14 inquiries from 10 posts and on-site visit, three for Villa Aquilia, one for Blue Apsara, and two for Villa Stati. And the deals we only got one for Villa Bodas. And also I read the chairman feedback. Please propose KPI. Okay, so for the KPI of this initiative is I want to got three deals from this campaign on June and try using A/B testing. Yes, I will try the A/B testing. Okay, that's it from my update. Thank you, Mas Rizal, for the feedback. And the second is on the initiative C, the part is MC 3.2 about the Instagram and Facebook brand awareness. So the update is the Russian guest video is done from the YouTube video that 20 minutes long. I cut and only put the 1 minute only, and I will put it on the Instagram TV. And I will ask Kezia for create the caption, but then I will post it on Instagram. And the second is Kezia already created the highlight of story and organizing according to the type of content like a BV guest review, Discord and promo, the event, and BV property and BV inspired team. And then third is right now I want to sort the Instagram post to be like property photos, guest photos, and valuable information for guests. So hopefully this formula can attract more follower, reach, and impression. And the last is from 11 June until 17 June, our Instagram have lower reach, minus 300 than last week, and then higher impression, plus almost 500 than last week, and higher profile visit, like 38 than to last week. Okay, I think that's it. Yeah, from my side. Back to the chair.
Okay, thank you, Mas Gani, for the update. And uh, I have feedback on this MB.3.1 about giving feedback in member initiative, and uh, maybe for the member to give me feedback for my feedback, please write down on that card from MB 3.1. So on the end of Scrum, you can see the other member feedback. Okay, I think that's from the Mas Gani update, and now move to Jing's label, and please uncheck Gani's label. And to sir, yes, please give us the update.
Okay, thank you very much, Mr. Chair. So, okay, Kezia has gotten the machine. Does anybody notice any difference with Kezia's video today?
I think it's not lagging anymore right
It's so
now.
much smoother. Before Kezia would skip frames, like you would see her and then she would like talk. So, anyways, okay, that's maybe my bias, but okay, good. So the machine has arrived, and Kezia can work I think full capacity right now. So then I think it's just a matter of getting access to all the different accounts and being able to now upload the new Russian translations. So very good. I'm happy we made some progress on that. Next is to first interviews with property owners in Bali. So Gina's written back and she's told us that the next person for the product fit interviews will be Afra Bambuology, their accountant. So I went ahead and put that on the meeting list. I will defer to Diva for the timing of when that meeting will be scheduled. Next one is to the first interviews with property owners in the US, and we've had that already. We've had the discussion with John Wolfer. I will attach John Wolfer's discussion to my notes right now. Okay, so there it is. And there's the summary to that first discussion. I think,
Sir,
yes.
we hear some noise from your side. So, can you some noise?
Yes.
Okay, it's good now.
Okay. Yes. So the notes are attached now. Actually, let me beautify that link. Actually, so what I'm going to do is go to John. You have to hear it quietly, Kitty Kate, because Daddy's in the meeting. Okay. And I've gone ahead and made that link a little bit more clean. Okay, there it is. Okay, and then next card is to first interviews with property owners in Thailand. I'm deferring to Aldo about that. Okay, Aldo, I have a new system that I'd like to share with you. We went over this with Rian yesterday. It's just a format. It's called Outreach, Response, Meeting Scheduling, and Meeting Confirmed. Okay, so this is basically a chart, and it shows basically what stage each part of the progress is going. If Aldo could take a look at that. I've discussed this with Rian already, so if Rian and Aldo can get together later, maybe and share a little bit more about how that format works, I think that can be a good new practice that we start using for follow-up. So basically, it's just a funnel, and it shows which stage each contact is in. Okay, so that's that. Moving on to the next part is Aster. Okay, thank you. Aldo is trying to reach out to Aster with another approach. Okay, let's take a look at that. And good. Okay, thank you very much, Aldo. Very good pivot. So Aldo's created a new text and incorporated it here in our discussion with Aster to see if we can get her to respond. Thank you very much, Aldo, for looking after that card. And then the next one is first interviews with property owners in the US. And this is the discussion that I had with Rizal about getting CoStar to work here at Bukit Vista. And Rizal has provided us some information. So let's go ahead and take a look at that information. Okay, so Rizal sent them an email. The email said that the demo will come back. And Frazier has gotten back to us and told us that he will give us a product demo on June 22nd. Yep. Okay, great. So then please update. When you have that invitation result, please just add me to that meeting. And then I'll be very happy for that. Okay, that's it.
Okay, thank you, sir, for the update. And please check from Jing label and move to Kesia label, and to Kesia, please give us the update.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Chair. So my update here. So my update is I already write down the summary insight result from Bukit Vista Instagram, from the last week content. And there is the summary that I count based on the average. Like we got reached about 320 impression 375 and profile visit only 2. So from that summary insight, today I will have breakout meeting with Mas Gani at SWAT 3 to get feedback and maybe to get a new insight too about what I have done last week and this week too. And other than that, I already launched and applied new design of Instagram highlight accounts that you can see in the Instagram account. And by today, I will also summarize the insight result from all the contents uploaded this week, start from Monday to this Friday. Yeah, I think that's all about my update. Thank you, and back to Mr. Chair.
Okay, thank you, Kesia, for the update. And maybe for this card, I don't see the graphic of the highlight. So maybe you can attach your design or graphic so the other member can see what's your design. So if you have some input or feedback, you can gather from that. Okay, thank you, Kesia, for the update. And please uncheck the Kesia label and move to my label. I will start my update from the initiative A. It's from card MA point 2.2. So my update is the Facebook ads on this card is finished, and I already record the takeaways that single photo of this A/B test is got better performance for clicks, but for the impression is better using carousel. And the detailed description on the ads also have better performance for clicks. And for gaining leads, I suggest to use a single photo instead of a carousel because it will convert to clicks. But for awareness, it better using a carousel photo rather than a single photo. And also for this Facebook ads, we got 2 new leads. First from Villa Oliver, and the second is from Soraya Moonhouse. But for the Oliver, Mod already sent the draft contract for the progress, but for the Soraya Moonhouse, now not replying our message for now. And also, I will propose to set the KPI for Facebook ads, but especially for Bali audience target. I will propose 2 leads in 10 days of ads running, and then CPM I will set under $1.50 and also CPC under $0.20. Yeah, that's my propose. And if you have any question about the way I'm proposing this, so my explanation is instead of using impression number of impression only or number of click only, I will set the CPM because the impression will perbandingannya pakai impression dibanding 1000. Jadi dibanding impression dengan cost-nya. Jadi lebih lebih melekat gitu loh sama budgetnya gitu, instead of using impression only. And also the CPC is same, so cost per click, so the cost I will dilekatkan sama klik per biayanya gitu. And then for the next action, I don't know, I will trying to screening Bali Villa developer. I reach using LinkedIn or email, and if this work, I will continue using this approach. But if it's not working, I will try using the another platform of this initiative. Okay, I think that's for the update in initiative A, and next to initiative C, MC 0. I don't have any update, but yeah, I still prioritize, but I will still continue to producing the next part. Okay, and next to initiative D, it's from card MD.1.1. My update is we got two new leads from Facebook ads, which is one Grand Kuta Hotel, and also the second one is Gusti Hotel. But for the Gusti Hotel, it's not a valuable property, but because I don't see any pull from that property. So yeah, that's the only update. But no update from Facebook group inquiry because the person that we reach is not reply our proposal. But I will do also pivot to by canvassing on website and reach them by email. Okay, I think that's from my update. And I invite you to uncheck my label. And next to Wayana, please check Wayana label. And Wayana, please give us the update.
Okay. So basically from the original initiative looking for luxury villa, so that's one I actually pivot to I don't have any update on that. So for future I want to pivot to following the leads that Lilis and Rizal have, and then I have the card below if you guys have a look at it. So in the card below is I'm following up and meeting with the owner of Casablanca. So like 5-bedroom villa in Bali Cliff. And I met the owner yesterday actually, and then he actually already have like own listing, and then they actually looking for an agent that can give them high price. But that's what actually we do. I said to them that we cannot onboard him at this time unless they change their mind, and it's agree with our term and conditions. So that's an update of the Paul villa. So I attached already the trailer in there. So the other one is Oliver Fan. So this one is villa in Seminyak. This one actually is moving forward, kind of. It's basically engaging. So what I did is I sent the proposal last time. So he picked the 30% proposal actually. And then I already discussed with Lilis about that, and also Lilis have like some proposal and many others asking about the 30%, and then we need to have a look at that proposal. Is it really worth it for us to for this proposal? And then the proposal is sent to Oliver, so he will have a look at the draft on English, and then he will decide it. So he's gonna work with us or with other agent because he's on the shopping mood at the moment. So anybody have a question regarding my card? My new card?
Okay, thank you, Mak Wayan, for the update, and I think that's all from the member update. Maybe for the summary of this breakout meeting, maybe Mr. Secretary, can you announce the summary?
Okay, so the breakout meeting that will happen today is me and Kezia about the SEO article writing. I think that's the only breakout meeting that we have today. Back to Mr. Chair.
And
I think I also have breakout meeting with Mas Gani too, Mr.
Oh yeah,
Secretary.
yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, with Mas Gani about the Instagram.
okay, thank you, Aldo and Kesia, and maybe for the each member that have a breakout meeting, please set up the Google Calendar for the schedule, and maybe for the chairperson feedback, maybe I will see. There's no there's no feedback for the my feedback on the Mas Gani's card or this on the discussion management. Hmm. Oh, wait. It's slowing down right now. Okay, maybe for the daily scrum is already finished, and for I will move to discussion management, and I will share my screen if there are any stop. Wait. Okay, maybe from my side is I cannot move the discussion paper. So if there's anyone have a smooth screen on this paper, please help me to share the screen.
Mr. Chair, I'll try to help. But what I'm doing is I'm moving the bottom of the sheet to a different archive sheet now. So I'm hoping to make that that paper more lightweight. So I'm trying to help.
Okay, thank you, sir. Okay, wait. Okay, maybe I will gather feedback first for the my sharing today. Oh, Mas Ganis already shared the screen, and okay, I will start on the discussion management first. Okay, maybe from the guest speaker, I see Lilis have a new discussion or a new thread on this discussion management, and maybe to Lilis, the floor is yours if you want to discuss something.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Actually, I read the document of who's the guest speaker today in DM, and Ara told us that we have to put like a quotes or something, right? Because I didn't have any idea what to discuss, so just like I'm putting the quotes there. Yeah. First one is build something 100 people love, not something 1 million people kind of like. So just like it's from the Brian Chesky, the co-founder of Airbnb. Maybe it's related to content actually. Makes one content that X% people really love rather than so many contents, but only people's like itu. But actually, yeah, that's that I read just now. And the second one is amazing things will happen when you listen to the customer. Yeah, customer is one of your audience, not really one of your audience, but yeah, the guest is actually one of your audience. So yeah, listening what they want, what is their behavior, maybe helpful for you when you want to make a content to market the property, or perhaps customer in the sense of clients or property owner. Yeah, that's all from the quotes that I get this morning.
Okay, thank you, Lilis. And is there everyone? I don't know. Have some discussion maybe to Aldo maybe, or Mas Gani or Kesia, if you want to I don't know, agree or disagree about this quote.
Yeah, you can disagree or this good, and you feel free to contact Brian Chesky.
Yeah.
Rizal, it's more like I didn't have any idea what to do to get a guest speaker because I didn't have a discussion as well. But I don't know if we can put a quote either. So probably I will consider to put a quote the next time we have like a guest speaker as well because I don't really have a lot of things to say for now. So, but I think I have to agree with the second quote from Lilith. So I will just quote the quotes from Lilith's quotes. So I have to agree with that. Yeah. So I have no further comments for now. But unfortunately, it's pretty hard for me to catch up for the very first time when you have like a card, when you exploring each person cards, because the method that we have in the system that we have in community and HR is a bit different. So you have like each person names on it, and so while you have like an initiative C, initiative D here, so for each person, so it's a bit hard for me at the very first to catch up with you. So I think for the next guest speaker, if you don't mind, probably for the next chairman as well, if you have like a guest speaker, you can just let them know like pretty clear and then loudly which card that you're opening right now, which on which section, on which initiative. Because yeah, once again, it's pretty hard for me at the very first time. Which card that I have to open. So not only for the chair probably, but for the people that speak for each card, I think you need to announce which initiative that they belongs to, and then which initiative that they're opening right now, and which card that they are seeing right now. So I think that's going to be the feedback for me for the next guest speaker.
Okay, thank you, Rian, for the feedback. Yeah, I think there's a lot of input also from the other Mabad about our daily scrum, because it's very different than the other chapter. And yeah, maybe maybe we will have some internal discussion about the workflow.
Oh, Rizal, I'm not against that. I'm not against
Yeah.
that. I'm okay if you have like that kind of system with the kind of workflow initiative, each initiative. But what I'm saying here, it's probably you need to state like when you're about to present your card, or probably you as a chair about to present a card, and then ask the people that is working on that card to show their card to announce like at least we are in initiative D now. We're opening Gani's card, and then this initiative is about like something like that. So probably like a bit like clarity for that, because for me at the very first, it's pretty hard for me to catch up until Gani said it's initiative D. My card is initiative D about M.C, and then yeah.
Rian, this is also due to there's actually a new practice in this particular chapter using filters for essentially filtering out the decks. So what they do is they press F and they filter. And I think somebody's going to give maybe a demo right now. I think it's Gani actually. So maybe Gani can demo what it looks like. So they filter by a label, and then once that person's label is filtered, it really shortens out the deck, right? So let's say, for example, Gani filters for Gani himself, and then all you would see are only the cards that have Gani on them, like right now. So I think, or Aldo in this particular case. So this is kind of a practice that we've been doing here in marketing. Yeah, so yeah, that sort of simplifies the search. Otherwise, you're searching across the entire board, right, to find what card they're talking about. Am I right?
Yeah. So yeah. Okay, sir. Thank you about that. But yeah, I mean like the clarity, like because we have like a different method, right? In the so I think it's pretty important for the guest speaker that never been in the marketing before to know about the method that you guys have, or probably how to keep on track in that with your card. So yeah. But I think it's good to know, because it's my first time I know that you can just press F and then you can just show the filters. So
interesting. Yeah. Okay.
Thank you about that.
Okay, thank you, sir, for the explanation, and Mas Rian for the feedback. But I believe at the before I start this daily scrum, I also announced that I also invite you to press F at the first, and then choose the Aldo label, and then Ganis label, or Dibas label, and yeah, maybe. But I'm not
sorry about that, then I just don't give a lot of attention.
Okay. Okay, I think that's all for the discussion meeting.
Oh, Rizal, I'd like to introduce a topic real quick. I just saw this. Actually, it's
Oh, yes,
a comment on your card. So, Rizal, actually, if you could share your screen and share your card where you were updating basically the Facebook results in Bali, I think that was actually pretty good. So what I'm looking at right now is, okay, so I'm filtering F for Rizal. Okay, and oops, I accidentally clicked on something I shouldn't, so now I see the Trello dog. Okay, so if I can invite everybody to click F, and that's a little bit odd because sometimes F does full screen.
Yeah.
Okay, so what F should do is that after you press F, you should see a search show up, and then you can look for the yellow card that says Champion Resolve. So then after that, I'm opening up MA2.2. This is Facebook ads, and what I want to emphasize is actually the value of Resolve's work. So the value of this work right now is, I believe we have the correct expectation for what Facebook ads can do. So I've written the feedback actually on the card. I think we've discovered that Facebook is actually very valuable for brand awareness. For just a little bit of money, we got tens of thousands of impressions on Facebook for just a few dollars. So if you think about, like, if you really want to make brand impressions, that's probably the most effective way. It's way more effective than Google search. It's way more effective than YouTube. It's way more. It's probably the most effective way to get brand awareness. So we know that now, and that can be a good thing. But also, you also now, Rizal, have the correct expectations of how many leads you can get in what amount of time over what amount of budget. So now you have certainty, and the chapter has certainty on that KPI. What is the lead per time per budget for Facebook, which is also super valuable. And what I think you've done through this exercise is that you understand the tool better now. So you understand the channel and the capability of the channel. So if you do want to use that channel to get leads, you kind of have an expectation of how much time it'll take, how much budget it'll take, how many resources we can put into it. If you want to get brand awareness, you also have your tool now. So let's say, for example, Rian is coming from community, and he wants to maybe drive more brand awareness about CSC or bigger or whatever it might be. But he's feeling difficulty. He's feeling difficulty because maybe the owners aren't listening to him. So what Rian could do is maybe try a different strategy. He might try the little bighorn approach. He gets the entire people in the community all to know about CSC, and they all know about it first, and then when he presents discussions about CSC, people say, yeah, I remember seeing that on Facebook, right? I remember seeing that this was really interesting. This is going to help. And from that approach, it could actually help with community management, but it also might be what we call a stacked marketing approach result. So let's say you go into a new market, like let's say the Philippines or Thailand. We learned from Virtue that you do need brand awareness before you can expect a good conversion on your leads. We do need brand awareness before you expect conversion, also based, I think, on what, was it Powell said that? Or I forgot who said it from Airbnb. They did brand awareness campaigns first, and they had higher amounts of, no, it was Vivek. Vivek said that. He said if you run brand awareness campaigns first in Europe through PR, then you get a higher conversion rate when you actually look for new owners. So you do have a tool that's very powerful. And now you've understood the power of this tool. It is not great to get, let's say, leads, but it is pretty good on impressions. So you can use it accordingly. And you can use it, and also it's good that we have people from other chapters here too as well, like Rian right now, where they can actually understand, oh wow, Facebook is actually terrific for getting impressions and getting that message out there. It's not a bad tool for leads either. We still got some leads for a relatively cheap budget that we put in. So now you know the capability of the tool, which is ultimately the building on it. So don't throw the tool away. Don't think that this has failed. The whole point of it was to understand the tool, and now you do. So, and now importantly, the rest of the company or the rest of marketing also understands the tool. Lilith is here from community and revenue management. Maybe we could run brand awareness about pricing, dynamic pricing, right? So Lilith when we often negotiate with owners, we have this tough time negotiating about dynamic pricing. But maybe if we blanket Facebook with ads talking about how dynamic pricing is great, we include owner testimonials about how dynamic pricing is great, we can brainwash the community over months about how dynamic pricing is great. So by the time that Lilith talks to an owner, they're already ready. They don't need to have that conversation. They already seen it 6 times. Yeah, dynamic pricing makes my neighbors rich. Why am I not getting rich? So this is the tool, and this is the benefit of cross-pollination of people coming from different chapters to attend this discussion too as well. Just an idea.
Yeah, thank you, sir, for the insight. Yeah, maybe from the Ryan or Lilis, we can, if you want to see how the inside of this Facebook ads or this performance or the numbers, you can check my card. Or you want to if you want to I don't know, like you want to learn how the Facebook ads work, you can also ping me. And I think that's from the discussion paper and the daily scrum. And before I finish the meeting, I will gather feedback from my for my feedback first at the Mas Gani initiative. Okay, if you can open the if you can filter the Mas Gani label. Okay, you will see card from MB 3.1 from initiative B. And my feedback is from the comment number 2. If I can read it, is first, please propose KPI from Mas Gani's action, and my second feedback is try using A/B testing for reaching a more variable result. And yet that's my feedback. And because everyone doesn't write the feedback, maybe I will call one by one. I maybe start from Aldo. Do you have a feedback from my feedback?
Yeah, sure. I'm thinking that your feedback is very good, and like making a platform Mas Gani that seems like there's no KPI and there's no things that we can measure to see how is the card going, and the KPI is proposing KPI is like a very good thing. Yeah, I agree with that.
Okay, thank you, Aldo. And next to Kezia.
I do agree with the feedback about using A or B testing, because I see that using A/B testing is work in one of my result pivot card, and yeah, I do agree with that. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Kezia. And next to Mak Wayan.
No, I don't have much feedback. Actually I agree with the pivot and having A/B testing. I think that's clear for the One Health initiative to see it.
Okay, thank you, Mak. And next to Jing, sir.
Quick question. I'm not sure where we are right now. Am I reading your feedback on paper, or am I reading your feedback on Trello?
On Trello, sir, because previously
okay.
it's lagging on.
Okay. And what card are we looking at in terms of your feedback at this moment?
At Gani's label and initiative from initiative B.
Oh, okay. Yes. Okay. Thank you. Okay, so I'm reading that now. Proposed KPI. Yeah, that is very good. That's what we learned this morning, right, Rian? About from that professional networking. So, yeah, very good. Oh, just as a tip, good KPIs just need to be really easy to measure, because that's usually the bottleneck, everyone. if you have a KPI that's difficult to measure, it's not a good KPI. Like how happy are my guests? It's difficult, right? So unless you have an easy way to measure that, then it doesn't make a good KPI. And the second, it has to correlate to some business success function. So how does that correlate to, let's say, growth from a revenue, user, or some other point of view? So yeah, I think that's short and to the point. And using A/B testing is also a good way to see which direction to pivot to.
Okay, sir, thank you. And next to Mas Gani.
Okay, thank you, Mas Rizal, for the feedback. Yeah, I think that's a good and sharp feedback because the purpose KPI and try using A/B testing is never I thinking before, and thank you. And also maybe my feedback is more than on the like what the feel before this one, like where we're talking about like what should we do about this feedback. I think I'm thinking that we use the paper to discuss about your feedback, but you write it down on the Trello. So yeah, I think everyone is a little bit confused now. And before meeting, I don't see on the Slack group which platform that we have to use for feedback. So yeah, I am a bit confused too about that. So I think it's only for me, but it's from the discussion feedback, I guess. So yeah, I think that's it.
Yeah, thank you, Mas Gani, for the yeah. I think I still also not clear yet for the giving feedback. We're just using Trello or Pepper, but Mike, yes, sir.
Oh, well, go ahead. Sorry. I was just raising
Oh
my
yeah.
hand. Go ahead.
Okay.
Yeah.
So because yesterday I using Pepper to writing down the feedback or writing down um, creating new thread is still slow. So I will I pivot on this channel card, but I'm sorry, I'm not giving information before the Scrum. And yeah, Mas Gani, thank you for the feedback. Yes, sir.
I do want to say, Mr. Chair, I think that's actually better than writing on paper at this point. To write the feedback directly on the card is more contextually relevant. If we go on paper, you read it there, and then you have to link it here. But if you write it all on this card, it keeps the narrative in one place, which is really helpful. I think keeping that single source of truth is a good idea. So I think that was a good pivot.
Okay, thank you, sir. And maybe for the other member, do you have any feedback? Kezia, Aldo?
I think my feedback from your sharing is maybe if the guest speaker is already finished with their topics, maybe you can let them leave if they want.
Oh, yeah. Thank you. Yeah.
Adiknya udah makan.
Is that all, Aldo? Okay, thank you, Aldo. Yes, sir.
Also, to extend what Aldo just said, I think guest speakers could probably speak first, and that way they wouldn't have to necessarily stay for the entire session. Because right now the guests are kind of piggyback. As chair, I want this part to be clear though. It is up to the chair to decide who speaks first, right? That's part of being a chair. But at least make it intentional, right? If you expect the guest to wait, then say, hey, guests, I need you guys to wait because we have some important things that we want to cover right now. But let's not just, let's be intentional rather than accidental that they end up at after the scrum, okay?
Okay, thank you, sir, for the feedback.
Yeah.
Kezia, do you have feedback for me?
No, I think I agree with Aldo. Yeah, thank you.
Okay, thank you, Kezia, and yeah, thank you, Mas Rian and Mbak Lilis, and I'm sorry, maybe I make you waiting and you feel bored about this meeting maybe, and yeah, I think that's from the feedback. And I will choose the next the next chair for the next Scrum. The next chair will be Aldo. and secretary will be Diba because she's not attend today, and recorder will be Diba. Recorder will be me on the next Scrum.